Good evening, good afternoon, civilites. My name is David Silverhead. As you know, this is my brand new show. This is what I like to call my review show for the sports in the WWE and the UFC. It's basically all kind of sports entertainment. I'm not really worried about Euro 2012 at the moment, as much as people would love me to be worried about it. I just really don't care because Scotland's not through. If it was, then I'd be making a big deal out of it. But I am making a big deal out of it now. But let's move on to this past week's Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw. I could start with a big show, doing a promo, basically. It's basically what you expected from the big man, basically, to do, basically, leading up to his match and No Way Out. He actually brought back No Way Out with John Cena. But obviously he went on saying that all those superstars that did not even care to him when he was begging on his knees for his job, which really does tie in with the match that was made that night as well. Big Show versus Brodus Clay. We'll move on to that later on. But it was a good kickoff to Raw, and personally I thought it was a good kickoff. Could have done a little bit better if they had John Cena on the show, because Cena was not on Raw this past week. I'll go into more of that later. But the next event that happened on Raw, first match of Raw was Santino Marella versus Alberto Del Rio. Now I felt the match went a bit too quick for Santino Marella. I mean, everyone knows Santino's like the biggest clown, but I would say because of what happened last week on Raw when Santino basically mocked Alberto Del Rio, mocked basically Ricardo Rodriguez doing Alberto Del Rio's entrance, going Alberto Del Rio. I can't do it either. Telling Ricardo to roll the R's, and I can't even do that either because I don't really care about announcing from Ricardo Rodriguez because I don't like him, but I think he's a classic. But I thought the match went a bit too quick. I mean, Santino could. They're giving Santino a push for the US by being US champion. They should have at least made him beat Alberto Del Rio, who's had quite successful pushes in WWE, being a two-time WWE champion. So they've done something with Alberto Del Rio. So I think they're now doing something with Santino Marella. But we can move on now because Alberto Del Rio beat Santino, something I did not even want to see. Then the next match was pretty much a tag team title match. It was tag team champions Kofi Kingston and R-Truth versus the show-off Dolph Ziggler and the All-American Jack Swagger. I thought the match was pretty entertaining because I do like any match for the tag team titles. I think the tag team matches are great. Keeps you on the edge of your seat. What I liked personally about this match was the chemistry used by all the superstars. It was a great match, and still the tag team champions are Kofi Kingston and R-Truth. Pretty much what I like to see. And also they were part of the dancing that happened when Big Show got fired. So Big Show was pretty pissed at them. Then I think there was a segment after that where Eve passed on a message to Big Show from John Laurinaitis that he can pick any opponent he wants. Which turns out to be Brodus Clay. That happens to be later on in the show, but I try to remember most parts of Raw because I did watch Raw but I do just tend to fade out a little bit. Was there a Divas match? I can't really remember. So this is basically the main parts of Raw I like doing. I don't really bother with many parts of Raw, but I'll do a full show review for next week because this is a quick one because I'm going to move on to the whole situation with Brock Lesnar. Yes, there was also a segment with John Laurinaitis, Eve, and David Otunga in the ring, unveiling the cover for WWE 13. Well, what John Laurinaitis thought would be the cover. A picture of John Laurinaitis going on the WWE 13 cover. But then, to rain on John Laurinaitis' parade was CM Punk, who unveils the official cover for WWE 13. You've got it. CM Punk is on the official cover for WWE 13. And as you know, I'll be bringing up reviews on WWE 13 of what we know so far later on tonight. Then it was CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan. Now this match, I loved the CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan match. They're good because they both know each other so well. The match was pretty good when AJ came down, Daniel Bryan's former on-screen girlfriend. And when I say on-screen girlfriend, it means on-screen, not off-screen. As I think we all know who AJ would date, less than Daniel Bryan and CM Punk. not me. But the match was it was a pretty interesting match, I will say that. It was enjoyable, even though Daniel Bryan won. As you know, Daniel Bryan built up a lot of hype with the yes chants. People going, yes, yes, yes. I like it. It's a really good game for Daniel Bryan, because it's like Edge and Randy Orton, they got cheers, even though they were heels. So I think Daniel Bryan's put in that category. But we can also move on now to the what was going to be the main event, but never really happened, because Brodus Clay came down the ring, obviously first. Then Big Show, and Brodus Clay stood at the bottom of the ramp. Big Show just speared him, started laying the shit out, knocking the shit out of him. And then our true friend Kofi Kingston tried to help, but then Big Show just annihilated them also. So basically, we all don't know what's going to happen on Raw next week. I cannot wait for Raw next week. I'm not even going to bother with SmackDown, because I think SmackDown is irrelevant these days. But also, now let's move on to what the rumors are. Yes, it is true that Brock Lesnar was at UFC 146. And the rumors are true that, and because there's pictures, it was on Paul Heyman's Twitter, who was Brock Lesnar's manager. And you all know Paul Heyman he was the former general manager of ECW, and also a former WWE commentator. And as you know from the recent weeks in the WWE, that there's been some legal issues with the COO and Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar. I wouldn't be surprised if Brock Lesnar does go back to UFC, because he had a good run in UFC. But Dana White is going to be in talks with Brock Lesnar over the next couple of weeks, couple of days, we don't know. But I will keep you updated on the situation. There are already videos up with Dana White on Brock Lesnar being at UFC 146. There are already videos up. You can check them all out. Personally, I think that it's a bit of a shock, really, but then again, Brock Lesnar, he is a dominating machine. So I wouldn't be surprised if he goes back to UFC and makes his way back to the top again. I wouldn't be surprised. But it's like I said, really, he was in WWE for only a month just to fight John Cena and broke Triple H's arm. But we'll move on from that, because legitimately, I think Brock Lesnar is, like, as I said, a wrecking machine. He's a human wrecking machine. He's just built like a tank. And we all know him from former WWE games and also WWE programming. Like, he had a run in WWE from 2002, leading on to 2000 and I can't remember what year it was, but it was in the mid 2000s. It was in mid 2000s anyway. So about 2005, 2004. He had a good run. It's Brock Lesnar. He is and yeah, the saying, here comes the pain. He's had rivalries with John Cena in the past. He's had many rivalries. He's taken on the best that WWE has. Storyline wise, of course, but a lot of the time, it is storylines, but a lot of the time they can get hurt, because it's all acting in the end of the day, but they can still get hurt from it. But I was hoping he would stay till WrestleMania 29, so we could either have The Rock versus Brock Lesnar, or Brock Lesnar versus Undertaker. I would hope he stay for WrestleMania 29, but I don't see it happening now with the recent talks with the UFC. But like I said, I will keep updating the situation. And in other news, The Rock has predicted 2013 return. So possibly he will... This is what I think will happen, alright? Now don't get me wrong, this is what I think will happen. He'll return to the Royal Rumble, win the Rumble, seen as the WWE Champion, and there you go, you're going to have another WrestleMania 29 event, John Cena versus The Rock for the WWE Championship. That I would love to see again, because I thought the WrestleMania 28 was awesome with that. But if there is going to be an Undertaker match this year, I really, really hope it's against someone that'll either end the streak, someone that the WWE can actually legitimize by ending the streak, or give an Undertaker a good run for his money, because Triple H did at WrestleMania 28. And I think this is all we have time for tonight, or for today. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.